Hello, everyone. I'm so sorry that I'm late. I had an ant fiasco downstairs. It's that time of year again, and I won't give you the details. But I had to change my shirt. That's how crazy and messy it was. So anyway, hello, everybody. We are here to do our 2-minute 50 state healing. Today we are on Texas. If you're seeing this live, great. If you're not, it's okay. You can watch it and do the practice when you see it. The idea is just to have that energy just rolling through these states, all week long. So we are on Texas, and I want to give you some of the information that I got about Texas when I went into that energy. And it was very interesting. First of all, as you might have guessed, it's a very, very masculine energy. There's a very masculine, and it is very interesting how you'll get a kind of a feminine energy, a masculine, or a mix when you're going into these places. Sometimes it's really obvious, and sometimes it's more of a mixture. With California, I got kind of more of a mixture of masculine and feminine. It's a little more balanced that way. So, which it makes sense, right? But with Texas, it's a very masculine energy. But I want to just share some of the things that came up. And, if you're from this state, I'm just going in and I'm scratching the surface energetically, right? I'm just kind of skimming in and just see what I feel. And so I'll pick up some things, and other things I may not pick up at all. And it kind of depends on where I am as well, right? Because I'm picking up things that are meeting my kind of resonance, or where, however I'm picking up is kind of like with my vibration. So I may pick up some things and not other things. But some of the things that I picked up as I went into Texas was there's a lot of money, which I'm sure that there's a lot of money. It feels like there's a lot of money in that state, but it feels stagnant. Like it's not moving, which was really strange. And like it doesn't move. And I wasn't sure if this was because of corruption, for entertainment purposes only. I don't know. Or they don't know what to do with it. It's just kind of there. Or they can't agree on what to do with it. I wasn't sure. So, and maybe someone who lives there would have more of an idea. But that was one thing that came through, was that there was money, but it felt stuck or stagnant. I couldn't figure out why. It just felt that way. I also felt that there were people upset about immigration and immigrants, but just mostly that it's not being treated in a more respectful and organized way, that it's kind of a mess is kind of what it felt like. And that people were more upset really about that than actually being racist or being like there. And I'm sure those people are there. Trust me, I'm sure that they are. But the feeling amongst like most people felt like it was just that this needs to be done in a respectful way, in an organized way that kind of is good for everybody. I also got this really a jolt of like, they don't like political stunts. So I think about people like their governor, Abbott, and I feel like, and people like Ted Cruz, how they always rely on these kind of stunty things that they do in this performative politics. And people in Texas actually don't like it. That's what I picked up anyway, is that they don't like political stunts. They like realness and authenticity, and they don't like people kind of taking center stage just to take center stage. They don't like that. And it feels like it's evolving and changing more quickly now. I felt like there was a lot more movement and change in Texas right now, which surprised me. I felt like there's a corruption at the top, but there is a helplessness in the state as to what to do. I feel like it's almost like an open secret that everybody kind of knows that there's some corrupty stuff at the top, but they're not quite sure what to do about it. And I think some of it is keeping certain people in office. And so I feel like people feel kind of helpless and kind of resigned to, oh, I guess this is what we have, that kind of feeling to it. Um, I also felt some foreign interest when I felt like money coming in. I felt like some of it was foreign. So I don't know what that's about. Um, and then I also felt like there were people that really cared about their communities. They were friendly, nice people that loved their family and loved helping their neighbors. And they missed a more communal feel. That I feel like it was almost like back in the old days, that kind of like hearkening back to when we could kind of all be helping each other and more of a communal feel. They don't like the separateness of everything and everybody. So I thought that maybe we could pray for for ideas and inspiration to come in to Texas to help people change their government. And we could also pray for abundance in the areas that are needing the help so that the money moves. I just felt like it was stagnant, like it was stuck. And also a prayer of love and compassion to be kind of spread over the areas where immigration is an issue and in the border areas. And then protection for those traveling in and among those areas, and soft and compassionate hearts for those that are dealing with the people like that work at the border and things like that. So whatever that looks like to you, whether it is colors, if you want to imagine colors going in, if you think, oh, blue is compassion and pink is love, and you could do a different kind of meshing of colors. You can say a prayer. You can say you can do a mantra. You can, whatever you feel like is going to best help you to achieve those ends. We're going to go ahead and do that. Okay. So, and if you want to, specifically stay on one place that really, really is hard for you, or, that you really want to focus in on, if you really want to focus in on the border, do that. But those are the things that I felt. Those are the things I felt were needed. And I love to pray too, Gina. So I usually kind of say a silent prayer and then I imagine colors because I do believe in that kind of energy color thing. So, but you guys do you, and that goes for here and now if you're doing this live or later on. And once again, for those who don't know, I got in an ant fiasco, and so I was late. I was like almost 10 minutes late because I was dealing with it. And as you can see, I changed my shirt because it was kind of a mess. Okay, it's just that time of year in this part of the country. So, all right, everybody. So let's go for 2 minutes, and we will start now. And so we're focusing on Texas. If you're just here, and sending lots of love, light, abundance to poorer areas, and that love and light and compassion going to the border areas. Okay. All right. And also ideas and inspiration as to how people can move into the government they want, because this isn't it. This isn't it. Okay. All right. So let's go for 2 minutes and we'll start right now. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for showing up. And next week, I just got the word we're going to do Florida. So we're going from Texas right into Florida. So this should be interesting. So we're going to go into Florida next, and that'll be next week. And it'll be right around this time, about 2:20. Okay. All right, everyone, have a great Sunday. And thanks for showing up.